Hi there. My name is Dr. Abdul El Sayed. I'm a physician, epidemiologist, and champion for health equity across our country. I want to talk today about why I support Garrett Space. Scott and Julie Halpert, they lost their son, Garrett, a young man in the prime of his life, to death by suicide. They recognized that their son, like too many young people in our country, often struggle without two things that too many people don't have: access to mental health services, and a community of people who love you, care about you, and aren't judgmental of you, but who understand your struggle with mental health and mental illness. In their pain and their grief, they decided to do something about that. And that's why they decided to build Garrett Space. Garrett Space is a unique program offering residential group-based services to people who may have contemplated suicide in the last month. It's an opportunity to invest in ending suicide in our communities. Right now, we are living in a unique moment. I don't have to tell you that. The pandemic has taken 615,000 lives across our country. But lives aren't the only thing it's taken from us. It's also taken our livelihoods and our lifelines, separating us from people that we love, that we care about us and love us. And in the challenges of going through this moment, this pandemic, this anxiety-provoking moment in our country's history, we're doing it often alone, bereft and separated from the people we love most. And that has created a circumstance where, unfortunately, we've seen death by suicide rise, building on a steady climb in our society over the past several years. We can and we must do something about it. What Scott and Julie are doing here is doing something about it. We have an opportunity to take on the twin pandemics of lack of mental illness, mental health resources, and loneliness, and solve them together through Garrett Space. What Scott and Julie are envisioning is an opportunity for people to come together, not despite of, but because of the challenges that they face, and help to heal one another together. That's something all of us should get behind. So I'm asking you today, please do your part. Support Garrett Space. And if you or someone you love is struggling, please get help. Make sure that they have access to it too. We have an opportunity together to take this on. We have an opportunity to heal the mental illness that so many people struggle with. And we have an opportunity to take on suicide. And I believe we have an opportunity to win. I'm grateful for Scott and Julie in their leadership and what they've done out of their grief. And I hope that you'll join them. This is an opportunity for us to take on a challenge that too many suffer from, and too many suffer from alone. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Ben Pasek, and I just wanted to share my enthusiasm and support for the incredible work that Garrett Space is doing. It is so vital that folks who feel depressed and anxious and alone and feel like they have nowhere to turn have community and have a space and are affirmed that they are surrounded by people who love them, and that they are worthy of that love, and to create a space that allows more people, especially young people, to feel and be affirmed that they are not alone, and that they have community, and that they have love, and they are deserving of that love, is such an incredible mission. And I am really proud to be one of the many people I'm sure you will hear from that are asking you to support Garrett Space and what they're working on and doing and trying to create in Michigan and even in a more broad way. So thank you so much, and thanks for supporting Garrett Space.
Hi everyone, Andy Lassner from the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I can't tell you how honored I am to have been asked by Scott and Julie to talk about my experience with mental health, but more importantly, my feelings on the importance of the work that's being done with Garrett's space. I have suffered with depression my entire life. Real deal depression. Not, hey, I'm sad, I'm feeling down. I'm talking about the depression that so many young people have. Serious mental health depression where we are in bed. We are looking at life through dark glasses, where everything feels sad, even if evidence to the contrary in our lives tells us everything should be good. How can you be sad? We're not sad, we're depressed, or we're dealing with other mental health issues. And I can't tell you how much I wish Garrett's space existed when I was younger. The amount of pain and heartache that I went through, not to mention all the heartache and pain you put those who you love through. The people in my life who I've lost due to mental health would so have benefited from a place like Garrett's space. We need to take the stigma out of mental health problems. I love openly talking about it. I am proud to be part of a comedy show and to be known as a really funny person, and yet be very, very open to the fact that there have been many times that I don't want to live. There have been many times that I think the world would be better without me. That I went to the bottom and furnished the bottom of drug addiction as a heroin and cocaine addict. All because I didn't know how to talk about what was happening. I didn't have other people to talk to about it, especially when I was younger. You feel so alone. You feel like there's something wrong with you, and so you medicate however you need to, with food, with drugs, with whatever, and you don't just say, hey, friend, you and I have something very in common. We see the world through darkness, and let's work together to see it in a more lighter way. And that is the work that's being done by Garrett Space. There is nothing more heartbreaking than what happened to Garrett. Losing someone to suicide, especially a child, is a pain that I can't even imagine. But to take that pain the way Scott and Julie have and turned it around and created something that is so important for people, it's all about community. The key to depression and getting better from it is not being alone. My depression wants me alone. My depression wants me isolated. My depression wants me feeling bad for myself. But when I'm here talking to you guys and talking to other people about mental health and the fact that we can overcome and work on it together, depression and mental illness doesn't like that. They don't want us to congregate. They don't want us to all be working together. And that's why what we're doing here today with Garrett Space is so important. I beg you, $5, $100, anything, volunteer time, anything you can give to this incredible, incredible work that's being done with Garrett Space, I implore you to. Whatever you can, anything helps. And please, please, please be open about mental health struggles. If you're someone who has the influence of anyone, you have anybody looks up to you in your life, and that's anybody, a child, anything, be open that you're struggling with mental health. You cannot believe how many lives you're saving by just saying, you know what? My brain is telling me something that isn't true. Does that ever happen to you? You will be amazed how many people will not only relate with that, but just by you talking about your own struggles and other people who are struggling with mental health talking out loud and taking the stigma away, it will help save lives. I promise you that. Anyway, I'm tired of my own voice. I've gone on long enough. Love you guys, and please support Garrett Space any way you can. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Joellen Pellman, and I'm a proud graduate of the University of Michigan, which is where I first heard about Garrett Space, actually, through my professor, Mark Madama, who works closely with Garrett Space, and he introduced me to Julie, and that is why I'm here today. And I was really really drawn to Garrett's space because as a member of the LGBTQ community, I know that spaces like this that focus on treatment holistically are in dire need. And a space that welcomes everyone regardless of their background is exactly what we need. I'm here because I wholeheartedly believe in the mission of Garrett Space. I believe in holistic treatment of the mind and body, and I'm so honored to be here today. And now I'm going to share a little song with you all that is very close to my heart, and it reminds me to always keep going because you never know what's going to be over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? Thank you, Garrett Space. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
Hi, I'm Robert Ariza, and I am so glad to be a part of another 24-hour live stream fundraising event for Garrett's Space. It's an organization that is really, really important to me for several reasons, one of which is that I actually knew Garrett. I used to be his teacher for piano and voice when I was actually a student at the University of Michigan. I really enjoyed working with Garrett. He was such a special kid and would always be so excited by the end of every lesson. And it was really inspiring to me as an artist myself. Mental health is really important to me. When I was in high school, I actually suffered from depression and suicidal thoughts. And it took a lot to overcome them and get to the place that I am today. But I know that if I had had some place like Garrett's Space when I was a teenager, it probably would have been a lot easier. And I'm sure that if there were something like this around when Garrett was going through his time, that it probably would have helped him too. So I'm really, really glad to be a part of this event again and to be helping to raise money for them. So please, be generous with your donations if you can, and enjoy the music. end of May or early June, this picture-perfect afternoon we shared. Drive the winding country road, grab a scoop at a la mode, and then we're there. An open field that's framed with trees, we pick a spot, shoot the breeze like buddies do. Quoting songs by our favorite bands, telling jokes no one understands except us two. And we talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. It feels like we could go on for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day. We walk the while and talk about the things we'll do when we get out of school. Bike the Appalachian Trail, or write a book, or learn to sail. Wouldn't that be cool? There's nothing that we can't discuss, like girls we wish would notice us, but never do. He looks around and says to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, and I say, me too. And we talk and take in the view. We just talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way, this way. All we see is light for forever, 'cause the sun shines bright for forever. Like we'll be alright for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day. And there he goes, racing toward the tallest tree. From far across the yellow field, I hear him calling, follow me. There we go, wondering how the world might look from up so high. One foot after the other, one branch then to another. I climb higher and higher, I climb till the entire sun shines on my face. And I suddenly feel the branch give way. I'm on the ground, my arm goes numb. I look around and I see him come to get me. He's come to get me. And everything's okay. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Buddy, you and I, for forever this way, this way. All we see is light, 'cause the sun burns bright. We could be alright for forever this way. Two friends, true friends on a perfect day. Words get trapped in my mind. Sorry I don't take the time to feel the way I do. 'Cause the first day you came into my life, My time ticks around you. But then I need your voice as a key to unlock all the love that's trapped in me. So tell me when it's time to say I love you. All I want is you to understand that when I take your hand, it's 'cause I want to. We are all born in a world of doubt, but there's no doubt I figured out I love you. I feel lonely for all the losers that were meant to take the time to say what's really on their mind. Instead, they just hide away. Yet they'll never have someone like you to guide them and help along the way, or tell them when it's time to say I love you. So tell me when it's time to say I love you.
Hello, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist here. I am so honored to be part of tonight's celebration of Garrett Space, a program whose goal is to help those struggling with their mental health and welcome them to a healing environment. Mental health challenges are real, they are prevalent, and they do not discriminate. Governor Whitmer and I are proud to support groups like Garrett Space, who continuously provide an array of services to those struggling. And we are grateful for their efforts to ensure that all who need assistance have the opportunity to receive it. Having an environment of unconditional support, engagement, and healing is crucial to those who are suffering from mental health challenges, and I am excited to know this program offers all of those things and more. Please continue to stand tall for all of those affected and know we have your back.
I lost my father to suicide when I was just 19 years old, and it was absolutely devastating. I still think of him every day. I miss him every day. But I also think about all the young people whose lives are ahead of them, who are battling mental illness, who are battling depression, who are battling the same demons that claim my father's life. That's why I so appreciate programs like Garrett Space, which provide the kind of support that young people need to find their way out of that long, dark tunnel. And Garrett Space will only be more impactful, will only be able to touch more lives and provide more services when the center that is contemplated is constructed. So I really salute Garrett Space and all those who have stepped forward to support it. Together, we can save young lives.
Mental health can be difficult to talk about. Hi, I'm Danny Pino, and as a father of 2 teenage sons, I'm acutely sensitive to the challenges, pressures, and struggles young adults endure navigating adolescence today, especially throughout this pandemic. Now, also playing Larry Mora in the film Dear Evan Hansen, part of my job was to understand and feel as acutely as possible the battle for a son's mental health leading to his suicide. Now, that experience, while thankfully fictional, is tragically far too real for many families for many parents and many communities and far too many young people. Finding a way to help with mental health concerns can sometimes seem elusive or ephemeral. If only there was some way I could help, I would ask myself. And maybe you do too. So, in a tangible attempt to fill the sizable gaps in our mental health care system, especially for our youth, our kids, I support and I encourage you to support Garrett Space. Help give our young people the ability to find light in the darkness, to connect with others who face similar challenges, communicate with trained professionals, and grant them the necessary space to recover. If you can, please give to Garrett's Space. Thank you.
End of May or early June, this picture-perfect afternoon we shared. Drive the winding country road, grab a scoop at a la mode, and then we're there. An open field that's framed with trees, we pick a spot and shoot the breeze like buddies do. Quoting songs by our favorite bands, telling jokes no one understands except us two, and we talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day. We walk a while and talk about the things we'll do when we get out of school. Bike the Appalachian Trail, or write a book, or learn to sail. Wouldn't that be cool? There's nothing that we can't discuss, like girls we wish would notice us, but never do. He looks around and says to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, and I say, me too. And we talk and take in the view. We just talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way, this way. All we see is light for forever. 'Cause the sun shines bright for forever. Like we'll be alright for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day. And there he goes, racing toward the tallest tree. From far across a yellow field, I hear him calling, follow me. There we go, wondering how the world might look from up so high. One foot after the other, one branch then to another. I climb higher and higher. I climb till the entire sun shines on my face. And I suddenly feel the branch give way. I'm on the ground, my arm goes numb. I look around and I see him come to get me. He's come to get me. And everything's okay. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Buddy, you and I, for forever this way, this way. All we see is light, 'cause the sun burns bright. We could be alright for forever this way. Two friends, true friends, on a perfect day.
Hi, everyone. It's Congressman Jamie Raskin. I wanted to send my warmest greetings to Julie and Scott and the whole family and all of the supporters of Garrett Space. This is just a wonderful and beautiful idea. As a family that's been touched by the horrors of mental illness, I would like to commend you on having the strength and the energy and the vision to build this project. Obviously, we're living in a very tough and hard time for young people. COVID-19 has increased everybody's sense of isolation and despondency. And so we've got to reach out. And I know that Garrett Space will be a lifeline for so many young people who will use it as an opportunity to express themselves and to help one another. So thanks for what you're doing, and I'm delighted to be able to be one of your supporters.
Hey, my name is Colin Ryan, and I play Connor Murphy in the movie Dear Evan Hansen. And I think I'm not the only person here from that crew, but I think the reason why there's a couple of us is because the movie just has so much connective tissue with Garrett Space and its mission. Thematically, the movie deals with isolation and grief, loneliness, and my character actually is a portrayal of someone who goes to the darkest places of one's mind. And it's been one of the greatest privileges of my life to learn so much more about what that place looks like and what we can and cannot do to prevent it. And I've been working with JED Foundation, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and I'm so happy to now be working with and hearing from Garrett Space because it has really opened my mind a lot. I personally have had this come up in my life, and I've had a lot of feelings about it, not understanding what it was possible to do, what I could have done more, the whole thing, the things that you go through your mind. And I think a lot of us feel this way, because I know I have. But we have this understanding of mental health that is sort of solution-based. It's all right. How can I fix it? If I could do this, then I would be better. Or even if you know exactly what you think you should do. Well, I know that if I do this and do this, I will be better. But that's just not so true. It really is about meeting people where they are and seeing them and understanding and hearing them out. And really, a lot of us know this feeling that you can feel like you're just deep in the hole. But whereas before, I maybe have thought of a person having to climb their way out, it really is about meeting them there and sitting with them in the hole. And that's really what we can do to help prevent, is give people space. And I know that is the mission of Garrett Space. And why am I getting emotional? And that is their holistic approach, is just a literal, tangible place where people can see people that are feeling the same way and be seen by them. And I think that is a really remarkable, admirable goal, and I think you all should open your wallets right now if you have not, and give it a go. And I also would encourage you to go see the movie. Open your wallets for that. We'd love to have you because it is quite a healing experience, as I imagine the experience of going to this beautiful new space at Garrett Space will be. Thank you so much. Like I said, it's been one of the greatest privileges of my life. And thank you so much for hearing me out tonight. Have a good one.
Hey guys, it's Isabella Gomez here, and I just wanted to pop in to show some love to my friends over at Garrett Space. They're this incredible nonprofit that focuses on mental health for the young adult age group. And as somebody who has been pretty outspoken about their own mental health journey, I've been in therapy for years, I'm in therapy currently. I think this is such a cool nonprofit. They have current programming. They, of course, have gone virtual through COVID, and they are now fundraising for this idea they have for a residential center that would be out in nature and have more like holistic approaches, as well as talk therapy and all of that good stuff, which I think is amazing. I think sometimes the hardest part is one, finding resources, and also a lot of people I think feel a little intimidated by the medical aspect of mental health. And so something like this center would be so beneficial and such a good way in for people to learn coping mechanisms and get some help and really get in there and take care of their mental health. So I am all about them. I am so excited to see what else they do and how many people they help. And I hope that you will join me in supporting them as well.
Hello. So as Desi said, I am Joe Serafini. And you may know me as Seb from High School Musical on Disney+. And I am so proud to be here supporting Garrett Space for the second year in a row for this 24-hour fundraiser. How wild is this, you guys? This is crazy. So yeah, as a young adult living in this wacky world, I definitely have seen how the shortcomings of mental health care have affected my peers and the people around me. So that's why I think that Garrett Space is such an important and powerful cause that can provide support to those who need it. So for those of you who may be just tuning in, Garrett Space, it is the place where young adults could go when they need that extra help navigating their way through this troublesome world. The center will be able to support young adults in a way that currently does not exist, promoting wellness, healing, self-worth, and resilience. It's a place where one can go to feel safe and supported and establish those critical connections. So if you want to learn more, head to garrettspace.org and please consider donating tonight as a part of this fundraiser to this important cause. Okay, so the song that I'm going to sing tonight to support Garrett Space is one of my favorites by Ben Platt. It came out last year in the midst of the pandemic, and it brought me comfort when I myself was feeling a little bit hopeless. So I hope that tonight it can bring you comfort wherever you are tuning in from. And once again, I hope you'll consider donating to the cause. And I'm going to make my donation right after this. Have a fabulous night, and I hope you enjoy. All right. You say, what if I go crazy? I say that ain't gonna happen. You say, what if I get lost? I say, you'll just find your way back. And you say, what if someone breaks my heart? I'll put it back together like I do. You say, what if I don't catch the dreams that I've been out there chasing? What if when my fears show up, I'm too afraid to face them? Well, I can't fight your battles, but I sure can hold your hand and promise you that the sky will still be up there and the sun will always shine. The stars will keep on falling for the ones who wish at night. The mountains won't start moving and the rivers won't run dry. The world will always be there. and so will I. You say, what if things start changing? I say, we'll be changing with them. We'll just sing a different melody, dance a different rhythm. You say, what if I give up? I say, that's one thing that I'll never let you do. You say, what if someone leaves me and they leave me empty-handed? I say, losing only teaches you to not take things for granted. No, I can't just bring them back, but darling, I can hold your hand and promise you that the sky will still be up there and the sun will always shine. The stars will keep on falling for the ones who wish at night. The mountains won't start moving and the rivers won't run dry. The Lord will always be there, and so will I. Will I, so will I. Oh, and so will I. And so will I. Even if the sky is falling and the sun don't wanna shine, if the stars we used to wish on disappear into the night, well, I can move a mountain, but only by your side. Just say you'll always be there. I know you'll always be there. So will I.